The drawer is full and the ink is dry. Every word I wrote was a word I lied. The first one starts with your name in blue, written the night after I lost you. I told you everything I couldn't say, the reasons that I had to walk away. The candle burned down to its copper stand. The pen kept moving like a separate hand. 3 pages front and back of what went wrong, and why a love that deep could not belong. The second letter came in early spring, when I heard someone hum the song you'd sing. I wrote about the kitchen and the light, the way you read beside me every night. The third was just your name, written down over and over, filling every ground. Some letters don't need sentences or are just evidence of an unwilling heart. Letters never sent still carry weight. They hold the truth that always came too late, sealed with the silence of a love too scared of all the beautiful and brutal things we share. Letters never sent still know your name. They live inside a drawer of quiet shame. I wrote you oceans you will never cross, and folded up my heart inside the loss. Maybe one day, when the world grows still and neither of us has anything to fill, I'll find the courage just to let you read every letter born from every need. But the stamps are old and the years have bent every envelope of love that was never sent. The drawer still holds them in the dark tonight, 30 letters sealed and never right. Mon amour, the ink may fade with years, but paper holds much longer than my tears. The Mediterranean held its breath that June, and the film festival played beneath the moon. You were standing at the edge of the croisette, a red scarf catching every breath of sea. The cameras flashed for someone else that night, but all I saw was you inside the light. We shared a table at a rooftop bar. You said you never wished upon a star. But something in the way you held your glass told me you were praying this would last. We stole a Vespa through the winding hills, chased the lavender and coastal thrills. You laughed so loud the olive trees all turned, as if the whole of southern France had learned that something rare was passing through their land. A love too bright to simply understand. But brilliant things are fragile at the core, and August always closes every door. One summer in Cannes was all we had, the most beautiful thing that ever made me sad. The sea was gold and you were standing there, with sunlight tangled through your salt-washed hair. One summer in Cannes and then you were gone, like a film that ends before you've quite moved on. The credits rolled across a September sky, and Cannes kept shining long after goodbye. You told me on the last night on the sand that perfect things don't need a reprimand, that we should take the summer as it came and never try to make it something tame. I wanted more than seasons and then sun. You smiled and said that some loves only run one beautiful and unrepeatable lane, and asking them to stay just brings them pain. Every summer when the light turns Cannes gold, I find the part of me you used to hold. The Crisette still hums with someone else's June, but I had one summer, and it was you. The river moves without looking back, and Paris keeps no record of what we lack. We used to walk the quay when day was done, beneath the bridges counting everyone. You'd name them all in French with perfect ease. As evening turned the water gold degrees, I'd hold your hand against the iron rail and let the city fill in every detail. We thought the Seine was keeping what we shared, a witness made of water and of air. But rivers have no loyalty to love. They carry everything and rise above. The Seine took all our reflections in its tide, our whispered words, our shadows side by side. The spring we spent along the left bank stone, the autumn that first told me I'd be alone. You stood one evening looking at the flow and said that rivers always have to go. When the Seine forgot us, I was still there, standing on the bridge in the November air. The water carried everything we'd known, past Notre Dame and further into gone. When the Seine forgot us, I understood that rivers don't remember even when they should. We loved beside a river growing wide, and the Seine just kept on moving with the tide. I threw no stone, I made no wish, I had no coin, I had no list of things I wanted back or things to keep. Just the kind of loss too wide for sleep. You crossed to the right bank and didn't turn. I watched until the lamplight ceased to burn. The Seine between us widened like a year and carried off the last of what was here. The Seine still moves through Paris every night, beneath the same bridges, beneath the same light. But we are not reflected anymore, just two names the river chose to ignore. The Seine forgot us, but I never will. The Arno moves below without a sound, and the old bridge holds what time has found. It was a Tuesday in the early fall. You dropped your book against the ancient wall. I picked it up and read the page you marked, a love poem folded in the dark. You smiled the way that Florence always does, unhurried, warm, without because. And in that moment on the golden stone, I understood I'd never be alone. We walked the bridge 100 times or more. Each crossing felt like what the bridge was for. You'd stop midway and lean against the rail and let the sunset write our love's detail. But seasons have a cruelty of their own. The autumn came and stripped the warm down to bone. You got the letter on a Wednesday Wednesday night, and everything we built began to slide. On the bridge of Florence, we made our start. On the bridge of Florence, we fell apart. The same stones held our first and final kiss. No bridge was ever built to carry this. The river doesn't mourn what passes through, but I still mourn every step without you. We began and ended in the self-same place, on the bridge of Florence, face to face. You said the world was pulling you away, that love alone was not enough to stay. I memorized the angle of your cheek, the way you paused before you dared to speak. If I could freeze one frame of all my years, it would be you before the goodbye tears, standing in the copper Florentine light, before the bridge became our last good night. I still go back when autumn starts to turn, and stand midway where the lanterns burn. The bridge remembers nothing, cold and warm, but I remember everything we were. Put your hand in mine, my dear. The moon is shining bright and clear. The stars are whispering in the sky as the velvet night goes drifting by. Come with me to the land of dreams, where love is more than what it seems. In this moment, wild and free, darling, won't you come with me? The world outside may fade away, but in your arms I'll always stay. With every beat my heart will know I'll never ever let you go. Come with me same platform every day, and the same gray coat standing in my way. First it was October, leaves across the track. You had a novel pressed against your back. Your eyes were somewhere past the morning crowd, reading words that made you nearly loud. I told myself it was a passing thing, the way commuters notice everything. But Tuesday came and Wednesday and then more, and I began to live for platform 4. By December I had learned your morning ways, the coffee cup you carry through the haze, the way you always stood against the post, the page you read the way you loved the most. I never spoke, the trains were always loud, and love gets swallowed easily by crowd. But once you looked across the morning blur, and for a second everything was her. The girl on the platform never knew my name. She boarded every morning just the same, but I built a whole life in the space between the closing doors and everything unseen. The girl on the platform, gray coat, paperback, she never once looked long enough to look back. And when one morning she was simply gone, the platform stayed the same, but I was done. I looked for her in April and in May, in every station crowded every day. Perhaps she moved, perhaps she found her stop, perhaps she never knew that I could not love quietly enough to let it pass. I pressed my whole heart up against the glass of a morning I was never meant to enter, a love that had no edges and no center. 8:15 still comes without a fail, the same gray platform, same familiar rail. But platform 4 feels emptier than stone. The girl was never mine, yet I am alone. The canal breeze quiet before the dawn, and the fog holds everything that love has drawn. We arrived by water in the dead of fall, no map between us, just a narrow call. The gondolier said nothing, one only road. As Venice opened like a secret code, you trace the palazzo with your fingertip, as if the city were a manuscript. And I watched you read the stones and arch decay, knowing I was losing you that day. We found a campo no guidebook had named, sat on the steps while pigeons came unclaimed. You poured the wine and told me about your youth, how you always loved things wrapped in half the truth. The mask shop owner watched us from his door, as if he'd seen this kind of love before. Two people burning, beautifully brief, like carnival before the season of grief. Fog over Venice covered what we were, made the edges soft and the meaning blurred. We were never clear, we were never quite real, just two people lost in what the fog could conceal. Fog over Venice, the bridges, the tide gave us permission to love and to hide. But fog always lifts with the cruelty of day, and Venice looked different when you walked away. There is a particular silence that canals keep after rain, when the water holds the lamplight and the echo holds the pain. I left a note beneath your hotel door, 3 sentences that said nothing and more. You were already gone before the ink had dried, and Venice swallowed everything I tried. The fog came back the following November, over bridges I no longer need to remember. But somewhere in the water's gray refrain, Venice still hums your name. Venice still hums your name. Ooh. The cafe chairs are stacked against the wall, and the last light of Montmartre starts to fall. We found the table at the corner of the hill, where the artist used to drink against the chill. You ordered red, I lit the final one, the cigarette we'd share before we're done. The smoke rose slow between our tired eyes, like everything we'd said in soft disguise. You watched it curl and disappear in blue, the way that I was learning to lose You rested your chin upon your folded hand and looked at me like trying to understand how two people fluent in each other's soul could reach the place where leaving makes them whole. The ashtray filled with all our burnt down nights as Montmartre dimmed its cobblestone lights. The last cigarette in Montmartre burned slow, long enough for both of us to know that love was never what was tearing us apart. It was everything surrounding every heart. The last cigarette in Montmartre turned to ash, as beautiful and brief as any flash. We held the smoke between us like a vow. Montmartre remembers us, but we don't know how. There are loves that end in anger. There are loves that end in tears, but ours ended in a silence built from too many beautiful years. You smoothed the tablecloth with steady hands, the way you always quieted your plans, and I stubbed out the last of what we had into the small gray grave of good and bad. The waiter cleared our glasses without word, as if our ending was the most natural thing he'd heard. But I sat alone until the cafe closed, holding the smoke of everything that goes. Montmartre, Montmartre, you were my last. The southern wind carries salt and goodbye, and Lisbon holds its breath beneath the sky. We spent the morning on the terrace high, above the rooftops bleeding into sky. The Fido drifted up from somewhere below, a woman singing everything we know. You pour the coffee with your careful hands, the way you always did without demands, and neither one of us would say the word that hung between us heavy and unheard. We walked the steep and cobbled streets of Alfama, through tilework blue as any old panorama. You stopped to touch a wall of broken tile and held the fragment for a little while. still make patterns on the floor, even after no one lives there anymore. The last train to Lisbon leaves at 9. I counted every second that were mine. The Tagus River caught the dying red of everything we left so long unsaid. The last train to Lisbon took you south, and I stood holding words inside my mouth. The platform emptied into evening air, and Lisbon kept on shining unaware. There is a particular Portuguese word for longing so deep it cannot be heard. You taught it to me on the very first night. Saudade, you said, means missing what felt right. Now I carry it like luggage with no lock, like a watch that stopped at 9 o'clock. A word that fits the shape of what remains when the last train to Lisbon finally wanes. The tram still climbs the hill at break of day, through the Alfama in its faded disarray. But the terrace holds the ghost of morning coffee and a love that Lisbon took from me. Saudade, just saudade. The station clock reads 8:30, and the Paris train will no longer wait. We walked in silence through the morning crowd. Your coat was gray, your breath a winter cloud. The ticket in my pocket burned like coal, a one-way passage tearing through my soul. You fixed my scarf the way you always did, as if the cold was all we had to fix. But your hands were shaking just like mine. When love runs out of borrowed time, the cafe where we sat is just behind us now. The corner table, the croissant, the row we had somehow. You laughed it off and reached across to me, said some things are just too broken to be free. The pigeons scattered on the platform stone. Each step we took felt heavier than bone. And when the whistle cut the winter air, I turned to find you already standing there. Goodbye, mon amour, the train is pulling away. I'm taking everything except the behind the morning mist, and all I have is the last place that we kissed. Goodbye, mon amour. Don't follow, don't call. Some loves are too enormous just to stall. Paris will forget us by the afternoon, but I'll be saying goodbye to you till June. There are cities made for leaving and hearts made just to break. There are mornings built for grieving and goodbyes we have to make. I did not choose the distance, I did not choose the door, but I chose to love you fully, and I choose it evermore. The train curves east through the iron and the fog. Your figure fades like a half-remembered song. Mon amour, mon amour. The platform's gone, but you are not. The velvet of a fuse with the color of lead, and Prague keeps secrets of the living and dead. The rain came sudden on the Charles Bridge stones, just the two of us and all our unknowns. You had no jacket, so I gave you mine, and one umbrella drawn across the line. We walked so close the city couldn't tell where you began and where my silence fell. The gargoyles watched from their cathedral height, two people borrowing an afternoon of light. We found a bookshop on a cobbled bend, where Czech and German titles shared no end. You pulled a volume from the lowest shelf and read a line aloud almost to yourself. Something about how autumn always knows that beauty deepens just before it goes. You looked at me above the open page, and Prague grew quiet like an empty stage. A rainy afternoon in Prague was all we stole, 2 hours underneath one umbrella pole. The bridge, the river, the cathedral gray were witnesses to what we couldn't say. A rainy afternoon in Prague won't leave my hands. The cold, the cobblestone, the way love understands that some of it was never meant to stay, just beautiful enough to ruin every other day. When the rain stopped, you handed back my coat and smoothed the collar like a careful note. Your fingers paused a moment at my chest, as if deciding what to do with the rest. I should have said the thing that filled the air. I should have asked you then and there. But Prague was already pulling back its light and turning our afternoon to night. I cross the Charles Bridge every time it rains and stand exactly where the memory remains. One umbrella, one afternoon, one you, and Prague still gray, and Prague still true. The Adriatic burns below the ancient wall, and Dubrovnik holds the summer before the fall. We climb the city walls at break of day, before the tourist crowds could find their way. The sea below was every shade of blue, and all of it was meaningless but you shielded both your eyes against the glare and laughed at something only morning share. I memorized the angle of your chin before the last of summer could begin. We found a hidden cove below the stone, where the water was so clear we felt alone. You swam ahead and turned to wave at me, as if the sea itself had set you free. I watched you from the rock and understood that some things shine precisely as they should, right before the season starts to close, and beauty deepens only as it goes. The last summer in Dubrovnik burned so bright, the city walls were golden, fading light. We walked the stones that armies couldn't break, but couldn't hold the two of us away. The last summer in Dubrovnik knew our name. The Adriatic whispered just the same, that walls are built to last, but summers end, and so do loves too beautiful to bend. On the final evening at the harbor side, you said that some things shouldn't be denied, that we had lived a summer worth a life, without the promise, without the ring, without the knife of ordinary days that grind love down. I kiss her open hand, and Santorini glows on borrowed land. We arrived by ferry as the sun went down. The white and blue of every cube and crown. You stood at the bow and faced the dying red, as if the whole Aegean lay ahead. Our room was carved into the cliff-top stone, a cave of whitewash, candlelight and bone. We sat outside and watched the darkness fill the caldera below us, wide and still. The moon came late and massive over Oya, a silver flood across the ancient lava. You poured the wine and didn't say a word, as if the moonlight made all language blurred. I reached across the table for your hand and held it like a thing I never planned. You looked at me the way the moon looks down, complete and distant, beautiful and round. Moonlight over Santorini fell on us that night, turning everything we were to silver light. The caldera below was dark and vast and deep, like all the love we promised but couldn't keep. Moonlight over Santorini doesn't lie. It shows you everything before you say goodbye. We were luminous and brief as any moon, and Santorini knew we'd be leaving soon. You said the island feels like the edge of the world, where every ordinary life comes unwhurled, that people come to Santorini to forget or to remember what they can't have yet. I said nothing, but I held your hand more tight against the white and blue and moonlit night. Some places make you feel the cost of leaving before you've even started in your grieving. The ferry left at dawn without a sound, the caldera still in silver all around. Santorini kept the moonlight, kept the stone, but gave me back entirely alone. Moonlight, just moonlight and gone. Moonlight.
The drawer is full and the ink is dry. Every word I wrote was a word I lied. The first one starts with your name in blue, written the night after I lost you. I told you everything I couldn't say, the reasons that I had to walk away. The candle burned down to its copper stand, the pen kept moving like a separate hand. 3 pages front and back of what went wrong, and why a love that deep could not belong. The second letter came in early spring, when I heard someone hum the song you'd sing. I wrote about the kitchen and the light, the way you read beside me every night. The third was just your name, written down over and over, filling every ground. Some letters don't need sentences or are just evidence of an unwilling heart. Letters never sent still carry weight. They hold the truth that always came too late, sealed with the silence of a love too scared of all the beautiful and brutal things we share. Letters never sent still know your name. They live inside a drawer of quiet shame. I wrote you oceans you will never cross, and folded up my heart inside the loss. Maybe one day, when the world grows still and neither of us has anything to fill, I'll find the courage just to let you read every letter born from every need. But the stamps are old and the years have bent every envelope of love that was never sent. The drawer still holds them in the dark tonight, 30 letters sealed and never right. Mon amour, the ink may fade with years, but paper holds much longer than my tears. The Mediterranean held its breath that June, and the film festival played beneath the moon. You were standing at the edge of the croisette, a red scarf catching every breath of sea. The cameras flashed for someone else that night, but all I saw was you inside the light. We shared a table at a rooftop bar. You said you never wished upon a star, but something in the way you held your glass told me you were praying this would last. We stole a Vespa through the winding hills, chased the lavender and coastal thrills. You laughed so loud the olive trees all turned, as if the whole of southern France had learned that something rare was passing through their land. A love too bright to simply understand, but brilliant things are fragile at the core, and August always closes every door. One summer in Cannes was all we had, the most beautiful thing that ever made me sad. The sea was gold and you were standing there, with sunlight tangled through your salt-washed hair. One summer in Cannes and then you were gone, like a film that ends before you've quite moved on. The credits rolled across a September sky, and Cannes kept shining long after goodbye. You told me on the last night on the sand that perfect things don't need a reprimand, that we should take the summer as it came and never try to make it something tame. I wanted more than seasons and then sun. You smiled and said that some loves only run one beautiful and unrepeatable lane, and asking them to stay just brings them pain. Every summer when the light turns Cannes gold, I find the part of me you used to hold. The Crisette still hums with someone else's June, but I had one summer, and it was you. The river moves without looking back, and Paris keeps no record of what we lack. We used to walk the quay when day was done, beneath the bridges counting everyone. You'd name them all in French with perfect ease. As evening turned the water gold degrees, I'd hold your hand against the iron rail and let the city fill in every detail. We thought the Seine was keeping what we shared, a witness made of water and of air. But rivers have no loyalty to love. They carry everything and rise above. The Seine took all our reflections in its tide, our whispered words, our shadows side by side. The spring we spent along the left bank stone, the autumn that first told me I'd be alone. You stood one evening looking and said that rivers always have to go. When the Seine forgot us, I was still there, standing on the bridge in the November air. The water carried everything we'd known, past Notre Dame and further into gone. When the Seine forgot us, I understood that rivers don't remember even when they should. We loved beside a river growing wide, and the Seine just kept on moving with the tide. I threw no stone, I made no wish, I had no coin, I had no list of things I wanted back or things to keep. Just the kind of loss too wide for sleep. You crossed to the right bank and didn't turn. I watched until the lamplight ceased to burn. The Seine between us widened like a year and carried off the last of what was here. The Seine still moves through Paris every night, beneath the same bridges, beneath the same light. But we are not reflected anymore, just two names the river chose to ignore. The Seine forgot us, but I never will. The Arno moves below without a sound, and the old bridge holds what time has found. It was a Tuesday in the early fall. You dropped your book against the ancient wall. I picked it up and read the page you marked, a love poem folded in the dark. You smiled the way that Florence always does, unhurried, warm, without because. And in that moment on the golden stone, I understood I'd never be alone. We walked the bridge 100 times or more. Each crossing felt like what the bridge was for. You'd stop midway and lean against the rail and let the sunset write our love's detail. But seasons have a cruelty of their own. The autumn came and stripped the warm down to bone. You got the letter on a Wednesday night, and everything we built began to slide. On the bridge of Florence, we made our start. On the bridge of Florence, we fell apart. The same stones held our first and final kiss. No bridge was ever built to carry this. The river doesn't mourn what passes through, but I still mourn every step without you. We began and ended in the self-same place, on the bridge of Florence, face to face. You said the world was pulling you away, that love alone was not enough to stay. I memorized the angle of your cheek, the way you paused before you dared to speak. If I could freeze one frame of all my years, it would be you before the goodbye tears, standing in the copper Florentine light, before the bridge became our last good night. I still go back when autumn starts to turn, and stand midway where the lanterns burn. The bridge remembers nothing, cold and warm, but I remember everything we were. Put your hand in mine, my dear. The moon is shining bright and clear. The stars are whispering in the sky as the velvet night goes drifting by. Come with me to the land of dreams, where love is more than what it seems. In this moment, wild and free, darling, won't you come with me? The world outside may fade away, but in your arms I'll always stay. With every beat my heart will know I'll never ever let you go. The same platform every day, and the same gray coat standing in my way. was October, leaves across the track. You had a novel pressed against your back. Your eyes were somewhere past the morning crowd, reading words that made you nearly loud. I told myself it was a passing thing, the way commuters notice everything. But Tuesday came and Wednesday and then more, and I began to live for platform 4. By December I had learned your morning ways, the coffee cup you carry through the haze, the way you always stood against the post, the page you read the way you loved the most. I never spoke, the trains were always loud, and love gets swallowed easily by crowd. But once you looked across the morning blur, and for a second everything was her. The girl on the platform never knew my name. She boarded every morning just the same. But I built a whole life in the space between the closing doors and everything unseen. The girl on the platform, gray coat, paperback, she never once looked long enough to look back. And when one morning she was simply gone, the platform stayed the same. But I was done. I looked for her in April and in May, in every station crowded every day. Perhaps she moved, perhaps she found her stop, perhaps she never knew that I could not love quietly enough to let it pass. I pressed my whole heart up against the glass of a morning I was never meant to enter, a love that had no edges and no center. 8:15 still comes without a fail, the same gray platform, same familiar rail. But platform 4 feels emptier than stone. The girl was never mine, yet I am alone. The canal breeze quiet before the dawn, and the fog holds everything that love has drawn. We arrive by water in the dead of fall, no map between us, just a narrow call. The gondolier said nothing, only rode, as Venice opened like a secret code. You trace the palazzo with your fingertip, city were a manuscript, and I watched you read the stones and arch decay, knowing I was losing you that day. We found a campo no guidebook had named, sat on the steps while pigeons came unclaimed. You poured the wine and told me about your youth, how you always loved things wrapped in half the truth. The mask shop owner watched us from his door, as if he'd seen this kind of love before. Two people burning, beautifully brief, like carnival before the season of grief. Fog over Venice covered what we were, made the edges soft and the meaning blur. We were never clear, we were never quite real, just two people lost in what the fog could conceal. Fog over Venice, the bridges, the tide gave us permission to love and to hide. But fog always lifts with the cruelty of day, and Venice looked different when you walked away. There is a particular silence that canals keep after rain, when the water holds the lamplight and the echo holds the pain. I left a note beneath your hotel door, 3 sentences that said nothing and more. You were already gone before the ink had dried, and Venice swallowed everything I tried. The fog came back the following November, over bridges I no longer need to remember, but somewhere in the water's gray refrain, Venice still hums your name. Venice still hums your name. Ooh. The cafe chairs are stacked against the wall, and the last light of Montmartre starts to fall. We found the table at the corner of the hill, where the artist used to drink against the chill. You ordered red, I lit the final one, the cigarette we'd share before we're done. The smoke rose slow between our tired eyes, like everything we'd said in soft disguise. You watched it curl and disappear in blue, the way that I was learning to lose you. The accordion played somewhere down the lane, a melody that only fed the pain. You rested your chin upon your folded hand and looked at me like trying to understand how two people fluent in each other's soul could reach the place where leaving makes them whole. The ashtray filled with all our burnt down nights as Montmartre dimmed its cobblestone lights. The last cigarette in Montmartre burned slow, long enough for both of us to know that love was never what was tearing us apart. It was everything surrounding every heart. The last cigarette in Montmartre turned to ash, as beautiful and brief as any flash. We held the smoke between us like a vow. Montmartre remembers us, but we don't know how. There are loves that end in anger. There are loves that end in tears, but ours ended in a silence built from too many beautiful years. You smoothed the tablecloth with steady hands, the way you always quieted your plans, and I stubbed out the last of what we had into the small gray grave of good and bad. The waiter cleared our glasses without word, as if our ending was the most natural thing he'd heard. But I sat alone until the cafe closed, holding the smoke of everything that goes. Montmartre, Montmartre, you were my last. The southern wind carries salt and goodbye, and Lisbon holds its breath beneath the sky. We spent the morning on the terrace high, above the rooftops bleeding into sky. The Fido drifted up from somewhere below, a woman singing everything we know. You pour the coffee with your careful hands, the way you always did without demands, and neither one of us would say the word that hung between us heavy and unheard. We walked the steep and cobbled streets of Alfama, through tilework blue as any old panorama. You stopped to touch a wall of broken tile and held the fragment for a little while. pieces still make patterns on the floor, even after no one lives there anymore. The last train to Lisbon leaves at 9. I counted every second that were mine. The Tagus River caught the dying red of everything we left so long unsaid. The last train to Lisbon took you south, and I stood holding words inside my mouth. The platform emptied into evening air, and Lisbon kept on shining unaware. There is a particular Portuguese word for longing so deep it cannot be heard. You taught it to me on the very first night. Saudade, you said, means missing what felt right. Now I carry it like luggage with no lock, like a watch that stopped at 9 o'clock. A word that fits the shape of what remains when the last train to Lisbon finally wanes. The tram still climbs the hill at break of day, through the Alfama in its faded disarray. But the terrace holds the ghost of morning coffee and a love that Lisbon took from me. Saudade, just saudade. The station clock reads 8:30, and the Paris train will no longer wait. We walked in silence through the morning crowd. Your coat was gray, your breath a winter cloud. The ticket in my pocket burned like coal, a one-way passage tearing through my soul. You fixed my scarf the way you always did, as if the cold was all we had to fix. But your hands were shaking just like mine. When love runs out of borrowed time, the cafe where we sat is just behind us now. The corner table, the croissant, the row we had somehow. You laughed it off and reached across to me, said some things are just too broken to be free. The pigeons scattered on the platform stone. Each step we took felt heavier than bone. And when the whistle cut the winter air, I turned to find you already standing there. Goodbye, mon amour, the train is pulling away. I'm taking everything except except the will to stay. The platform shrinks behind the morning mist, and all I have is the last place that we kissed. Goodbye, mon amour. Don't follow, don't call. Some loves are too enormous just to stall. Paris will forget us by the afternoon, but I'll be saying goodbye to you till June. There are cities made for leaving and hearts made just to break. There are mornings built for grieving and goodbyes we have to make. I did not choose the distance, I did not choose the door, but I chose to love you fully, and I choose it evermore. The train curves east through the iron and the fog. Your figure fades like a half-remembered song. Mon amour, mon amour. The platform's gone, but you are not.
The velvet of a field with the color of lead, and Prague keeps secrets of the living and dead. The rain came sudden on the Charles Bridge stones, just the two of us and all our unknowns. You had no jacket, so I gave you mine, and one umbrella drawn across the line. We walked so close the city couldn't tell where you began and where my silence fell. The gargoyles watched from their cathedral height, two people borrowing an afternoon of light. We found a bookshop on a cobbled bend, where Czech and German titles shared no end. You pulled a volume from the lowest shelf and read a line aloud almost to yourself. Something about how autumn always knows that beauty deepens just before it goes. You looked at me above the open page, and Prague grew quiet like an empty stage. A rainy afternoon in Prague was all we stole, 2 hours underneath one umbrella pole. The bridge, the river, the cathedral gray were witnesses to what we couldn't say. A rainy afternoon in Prague won't leave my hands. The cold, the cobblestone, the way love understands that some of it was never meant to stay, just beautiful enough to ruin every other day. When the rain stopped, you handed back my coat smooth the collar like a careful note. Your fingers paused a moment at my chest, as if deciding what to do with the rest. I should have said the thing that filled the air. I should have asked you then and there. But Prague was already pulling back its light and turning our afternoon to night. I cross the Charles Bridge every time it rains and stand exactly where the memory remains. One umbrella, one afternoon, one you, and Prague still gray, and Prague still true. The Adriatic burns below the ancient wall, and Dubrovnik holds the summer before the fall. We climb the city walls at break of day, before the tourist crowds could find their way. The sea below was every shade of blue, and all of it was meaningless but you shielded both your eyes against the glare and laughed at something only morning share. I memorized the angle of your chin before the last of summer could begin. We found a hidden cove below the stone, where the water was so clear we felt alone. You swam ahead and turned to wave at me, as if the sea itself had set you free. I watched you from the rock and understood that some things shine precisely as they should, right before the season starts to close, and beauty deepens only as it goes. The last summer in Dubrovnik burned so bright, the city walls were golden, fading light. We walked the stones that armies couldn't break, but couldn't hold the two of us away. The last summer in Dubrovnik knew our name. The Adriatic whispered just the same, that walls are built to last, but summers end, and so do loves too beautiful to bend. On the final evening at the harbor side, you said that some things shouldn't be denied, that we had lived a summer worth a life, without the promise, without the ring, without the knife of all memories crave. The walls of Dubrovnik still stand against the sea, holding every summer that was ever free. But somewhere in the storm and in the tide lives one last summer, and you were inside. The caldera holds the moon like an open hand, and Santorini glows on borrowed land. We arrived by ferry as the sun went down. The white and blue of every cube and crown. You stood at the bow and faced the dying red, as if the whole Aegean lay ahead. Our room was carved into the cliff-top stone, a cave of whitewash, candlelight and bone. We sat outside and watched the darkness fill the caldera below us, white and still. The moon came late and massive over Oya, a silver flood across the ancient lava. You poured the wine and didn't say a word, as if the moonlight made all language blurred. I reached across the table for your hand and held it like a thing I never planned. You looked at me the way the moon looks down, complete and distant, beautiful and round. Moonlight over Santorini fell on us that night, turning everything we were to silver light. The caldera below was dark and vast and deep, like all the love we promised but couldn't keep. Moonlight over Santorini doesn't lie, it shows you everything before you say goodbye. We were luminous and brief as any moon, and Santorini knew we'd be leaving soon. You said the island feels like the edge of the world, where every ordinary life comes unwhurled, that people come to Santorini to forget or to remember what they can't have yet. I said nothing, but I held your hand more tight against the white and blue and moonlit night. Some places make you feel the cost of leaving before you've even started in your grieving. The ferry left at dawn without a sound, the caldera still in silver all around. Santorini kept the moonlight
kept the stone, but gave me back entirely alone.